officially welcome everyone to today's AMCSI virtual BOD meeting. We are so glad to have you here. Before we actually start, we wanted to walk through a few quick housekeeping items to make sure that everybody understands how to participate. So our session today is going to be offered live via Zoom. Through Zoom, you can both watch and listen. You can chat in questions. You can listen to our presenters as they give various talks. So everything will be available to you right through this online interface. You can attend on a computer, a tablet, a cell phone, or just simply call in by phone if Zoom is not an option for you. Please know that everybody has been muted. You'll only be able to hear those of us on the virtual stage in Zoom. But if you have a question, a comment, any technical issues, you can open up the chat space. You'll be able to chat in messages, and I'll be turning to that in just a moment to help troubleshoot any issues that you might be having. The one thing that we will ask is that this is going to be a big meeting attended by a lot of people from various places all over the US. We have adults, we have kids, so we've got a big, large, diverse audience, and we ask everybody to be respectful in their comments during our time today. I will also, again, remind you that that chat is there. So please do me a quick favor. If you haven't sent a message in, go ahead and open up the chat, and I want to hear or see you type in hello. So I'm seeing a lot of messages coming in, but I want to just see, and I've got some international attendees reminding me that we're not just from the US, we've got people on from New Zealand. Thanks for, I know the time zone could be quite a bit different for you, so thanks for joining us today. And we have people on from the UK, from Minnesota, from Oregon. Wow, awesome. So thank you all so much for playing along. So our session is being recorded. Anyone who wasn't able to join us live will be able to play this back on demand. And I'm going to remind everybody, we have a big announcement to make later on today, and we have hidden some clues during today's meeting. So please pay close attention all throughout the broadcast. There will be hidden hints about where next year's conference will be hosted. So everybody in the room hopefully has a little bit of experience with Zoom, but depending on what type of device you're on, you'll see buttons in different places. So I just wanted to be sure that everyone is comfortable with this online interface. So if you're on a computer or a laptop, you should see a number of icons that will appear on the bottom portion of your screen. It's really important that you click that headphone or sound icon in the bottom left to make sure that you join the audio to hear us. And then after that, you'll be able to see content, both our slides and our videos up on the main portion of your screen. You'll see additional controls at the bottom of your screen. You can open up the chat or the Q&A. And then there are, again, that space in the bottom right where you can send in messages. The chat is private. It will only go to our speakers today. So please feel free to send in your comments and questions or report tech issues at any time. And then you can use additional controls along the upper part of your screen to change how you see videos. You can change layouts and also change the size of those videos. For those of you who might be on a mobile device, and if you're on a mobile device, go ahead and chat something in right now. I'm just curious how many of you are on a cell phone or tablet. If you're on a mobile device, you'll see similar controls, but they're in slightly different places. So you still have buttons at the bottom of your screen that will allow you to listen and join the audio. You can also use the three dots that will open up another menu to get to your chat window. And then you'll find dots as well on the bottom or top of your screen, depending if you're on an Apple or an Android device, that'll allow you to swipe through different views and layouts of our video. And for those of you who are asking, yes, your video is turned off. Your audio is muted, meaning that you can see and hear us, but we can't see or hear you. So if you want to interact with any of our panelists, please use that chat window. Remember, all of that content is private. And I'll be watching that throughout today's broadcast, and I'll vocally respond on your behalf for our panelists. So those are great questions. Okay, and I will also go through one quick reminder here before I turn it over to Joey to get started. I want everybody to have a great meeting. So with that, Joey, I think we're ready to start off with a long-standing tradition of our annual AMCSI opening slideshow.
Yes, sounds great.
Well, let's go back then. I'm going to take us back one slide. There we go. I'm about to hit play. Enjoy, everyone.
Look to the sky. Oh, it's a sunny day. The world is looking so bright. What a surprise. Oh, it's a sunny day. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what I want. I want sunshine, sunshine. Give me, 'cause it's been so long. I want sunshine, sunshine. Like a summer breeze, oh, it must be magic. I forget all my plans, put my toes in the sand. I just can't help it. Oh, 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 oh. Give me what I want. I want sunshine, sunshine. Give me, 'cause it's been so long. I want sunshine, sunshine. Like bluebirds singing out a simple tune. If you don't mind, it's the perfect kind of day to fall in love with you. Perfect kind of day to fall in love.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. will be found.
Hi, everyone. Somehow I always get stuck with talking after such emotional videos. I want to sincerely thank everyone for showing up today and coming into this space. Obviously, it's tough to not be together tonight, but we are so thankful to have created this space to come together to be as a family, even though we're not able to physically be together. So want to start by making sure that everyone knows who's talking tonight. You're going to be hearing from a number of voices, and a lot of them have put countless hours to make tonight happen. And we have a lot of fun things that are going to be coming at you over the next couple of minutes. If we could start by introducing our board members. If you could come off mute, say your name and your role on the board, that would be great.
Hey everyone, I am Ice Margin. I am the founder of Arthrogryposis Multiplex Congenital Support Incorporated, and I am mom to Abby, Aiden, Isabella, and Kieran, and Abby is my AMCer.
Hi everyone, my name is Melissa Snyder and I am the interim president of the BOD.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexis Record. I am the secretary on the executive board of AMCSI, and I am mom to Lelia and Roland, who both have AMC.
Hello, I'm Jared. I am the treasurer.
Hi everybody, I'm Jenny Paradise. My daughter is Dylan and I'm a member at large.
And I'm Harold von Bosta. I am a pediatric orthopedist, and I'm very privileged to know a lot of the kiddos that are members of our organization.
Great. So tonight we're going to be hearing from each board member as they present different pieces of our board meeting. So want to jump right in with financials.
Hi, Mo, it's Jean. I just want to remind you to unmute yourself and you should be able to speak to us. And while we're waiting to get Mo on the line, remember you all can send in your questions and comments into that chat window at any time. If you all can hear my voice, I love to do quick sound checks to make sure that you guys can still hear me. And it's just Mo that we're waiting to get off of mute. So if you hear my voice, feel free to type something into that chat window. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. All right, so again, Mo, if you are there on the line, please be sure to unmute yourself. It looks like we may have lost Mo in the online meeting. So I appreciate everybody's patience while we wait to see if we can get her reconnected. Jared, just out of curiosity, are you able to unmute?
Hello.
Ah, excellent. All right, so I want to thank everybody who was able to confirm that they can still hear us, and I'm thinking you all heard Jared. So I am waiting to see if we can get Mo reconnected here. But Jared and Joey, I'll just ask you all, in the interest of time, did you want to have Jared speak if we can't get Mo back on the line?
Sure, if you're comfortable, Jared.
Sure. I'm sorry. I just was not prepared to speak. I was expecting Mo to speak on this. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Jared. I can jump in. So in just a high-level overview tonight, we're going to dive into assets, which, as you can see, we have nearly $600,000 in assets that we spend throughout the year. We use a lot of this as hotel ways to ensure that we are able to keep rooms secured for each of the conferences that we have. So it may seem like a lot, but we use each of it, all of it rather. If we jump into liabilities, these are the things that we are making sure that we secure to then give out to members. We're going to dive into each of these grants in a few minutes, but again, just a really quick high-level overview in terms of those expenses. We also break it down into different expenses that we incur by hosting conference every year. So you can see that a lot goes into it. I think all of you recognize that. We dive into so much. I too didn't know that all that goes into this. All of this is going to be available for you to see in the board deck as well. So you're gonna get this as well. Ultimately, our net income before taxes is the same as our net loss, 18,106. We're going to dive into membership updates now, which, Jenny, I think this is you.
Yep. Hi, everybody. So just a few things about our current membership. Right now we have 241 members. That includes both single and family memberships. That number is down a little bit since last year. It looks like it's about 100 under what we experienced last year. But we did want to announce some exciting news that we are going to be opening up the next year 2021 membership sign up now. So between now and July 5th, it is going to be open for early sign up. That will include the rest of 2020 if you're not a current member, and all of 2021, and it will have a $5 discount. So as Joey mentioned, the deck will be sent out and it has the link where you can sign up early on that. Here's just a couple different highlights in terms of what membership levels we have. We have an individual, which is an annual membership. It's $15. That's for any adults 18 and older. And that makes you eligible for one vote, as well as holding an office on the board of directors at some point if you're interested. We also have a family level, which is $25. That includes 2 adults and any children living in the household under 18. And that would come with 2 votes, and then again, eligibility to hold office. We have another level that has, it can be done at an individual or a family level. It's a little bit higher in terms of a donation. It would be $75 a year. But again, you would get either 2 votes for family, 1 vote for individual. And then we have also a lifetime membership. So the costs are there for each $600 for individual or $800 for family. So if folks want to join that way. And then we also do have corporate memberships if anybody's interested in learning more about how their companies could contribute there. We did pull some of this information. This is all on the website. So if you want to go read, there's a little bit of a longer list. But if you're wondering, what benefits me in terms of being a member at AMCSI, you do receive a discount for any registration fees for our annual conference. You have access to our public meetings and any board meeting minutes. You do have the ability to apply, as I mentioned a minute ago, to serve on the board of directors if there's any vacancies that are coming up. You can also participate as a volunteer or on any board committees. Also, there's the spotlights, the quarterly AMCSI newsletters that you have access to. And then Alexis will be talking in a bit here about numerous grants that you could also be eligible to apply for. And then just some of the things that help with the membership fees that the money is used for: providing brochures in different languages to provide to the community. Also providing tools to our AMC families for Awareness Day. Also keeping our website up and running to provide current information and resources to help with our families. And then also, again, trying to pave the way for more international connectedness, whether that's hosting meetings or helping sponsor conferences.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I am the Vice President of Programming for AMCSI. It's a non-voting membership on the Board of Directors. And I just wanted to introduce our amazing planning team. This group of people doesn't get enough credit for everything that they do. So my planning team is comprised of Ani, myself, Jean, Betsy, Lachelle, Jen, Beth, Lorena, Anna, and Robert. So they're a pretty amazing group of people. So if you see them down the road, give them your thanks, please. Unfortunately, you're going to get to hear me talk a lot tonight because we have so much involved in conference. We're getting lots of questions. And the board asked me to reach out to all of you to explain kind of how we choose our conference locations and that type of thing. Obviously, our 2020 conference in Scottsdale was canceled. The good news with that came that with the help of our Helms-Briscoe representative, Tanya Baker, the hotel released us from the majority of our contractual obligation. When we made the call to cancel conference, it was a difficult emotional choice, but it wasn't a choice. We knew it was in the best interest. The hotel, if they had held us to our contract, we could have lost upwards of $80,000. At this point, the hotel has graciously just released us from our contract. We have a $5,000 deposit that's still in limbo, but that would be the worst case scenario. We're actually trying to work with them to get that back to AMCSI. Currently, the board of directors and the conference planning team has decided that we need to find 4 or 5 homes scattered throughout the country to hold conference. We are just getting so big that finding locations that really meet our needs and help keep everyone comfortable while we're there is becoming more and more difficult. It's necessary. We also hope that in the future, knowing that every 4 or 5 years we're going to be at a set location will help people with their planning. So the next question that comes up is, how do you choose where we go? It's a process. We work with our Helms-Briscoe representative, Tanya, and Helms-Briscoe is an international meeting space procurement company. Tanya donates all of her services to AMCSI, and I can honestly say we would not have some of the phenomenal properties we get to visit without her. Initially, she sends out a request for proposal to upwards of 5 or 6 different cities every year. From that, she also helps us negotiate our contracts and provides us with that support if there's an issue with the contract. Just because we reach out to the city doesn't mean it's actually going to work. Those requests for proposals have over 30 questions on them that the hotels reply to. It's hard for us to find a good fit. We ask the hotels to give us all their ADA compliant mobility access rooms, and we ask for 95% of our meeting block to be double bedded rooms. We know families come. Unfortunately, most hotels turn us down because we are space expensive and revenue poor. What that basically boils down to mean is that for the limited number of guest rooms we ask them for, we would typically qualify for one of the smaller ballroom spaces. I typically am asking them for 5 times the meeting space that we technically qualify for. I also go in every single year asking them to give us a $99 room rate. It was really successful when we started planning conferences. Now it's becoming more and more difficult. I'm happy if I get rooms that are somewhere between $109 and $150. Our meeting space comes through our food and beverage minimum on top of that room block. And I'm also asking the hotels to give us that space for $5,000 to $7,000, where if a corporate organization would come in, they would be getting $30,000 to $40,000 per meal for a dinner. We look at the distance to the airport, transportation options. And so once those RFPs come back, then we have to break it down to decide what cities might work. I'm typically booking, with the board's approval, properties 3 to 5 years out. Right now, we're looking at about 3 years. Hotels, we always ask them for those ADA rooms. A large hotel typically has 12 to 13 ADA rooms. If you consider we're bringing in sometimes 30 to 40 people who utilize power chairs and other mobility devices, 12 to 13 is really never enough. So we always have to look at those guest rooms and base our choices on, with creative thinking, can we make a guest room work? Once the hotel replies to us, we do a side-by-side comparison, and I'll ask the hotels to schedule me to do a site visit. Those site visits are not a vacation. I don't do them on my own. Typically, I have a member of the planning team or the board of directors who travel with me, or my husband, who's an architect, will go with us. But typically, we're looking at least 2 to 3 properties in less than 48 hours. That doesn't sound like a lot, but if you talk to anybody who's done those visits, it's exhausting and overwhelming. I spend the majority of my time on those site visits with a tape measure in my hand. I measure bathroom doors, I measure the heights of the bed, I measure the space between the beds in a double room. I'm not above asking them at this point in planning experience. I go into the men's rooms in the meeting space and I measure where everything is placed, because we all know ADA compliant does not necessarily mean it's user friendly. We have 125 items that I am looking at when I go on every site visit, and I look at each of those things at every single property. Unfortunately, the majority of the properties get thrown out because their doorways are too small. Earlier this summer, well, it was, I guess, in the spring, I went to a property visit and the doorways in the bathroom in a beautifully renovated property were only 25 inches wide. So the number of bathroom stalls, ADA guest rooms, will quickly limit the number of options we have to visit. After I go on a site visit, I come back and I present a series of photographs and my impressions of the property to the board. I am not a voting member of the board anymore, so I have no final say in how those properties are accepted. I can offer my suggestions, but ultimately the board is the one who gives me the permission to sign a contract if we think a property will work. Another one of the questions is everybody asks is, why do we always have conference over 4th of July? I understand that 4th of July is a family time. I like to think we're a family too. But the hotels typically are empty over the 4th of July. So they're willing to work with me and give us the rates that I'm asking for in the meeting space we need over those need dates. It's not the best solution, I understand, but to be financially responsible to AMCSI, it is the best for the group. And that is my, how do I do a conference?
Thank you so much, Michelle. That was so thorough and I think probably so helpful for everyone to hear.
Sorry if I talk too long.
Not at all. Ani, I think this is you.
Hey, Joey, do you all mind if we rewind just a minute to allow Maureen to review our financials? I know that's very important to
No, that would be great.
Our friends that are on the call.
Yes.
Are you on?
I'm on. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
So to review the financials, I'll go over them really quickly. We have cash in the bank of $571,000. We have a conference deposit for 2020 of $5,000 that will be returned to us. A conference deposit for 2022 of $3,000 and 2023 of $3,000. That leaves us assets of $582,000. But don't get really excited because we've allocated money to special things. So we have restricted $5,000 for bereavement fund. We have allocated $5,000 for college scholarships, $5,000 for mini meetups, $5,000 for adoption fund. Those are adopting AMC children and need some help. And we have $6,427 for the legal registration. That is a corporation that helps us stay legal in the whole country since we have to be registered in every single state. So we have to make sure we do that. And in unrestricted funds, we have $556,000. That means that we can use that money at the discretion of the board or as needed. Really quick, I know this has been a really weird year, but we still have $27,000 in donations. So thank you, everybody. That is amazing. Membership dues, $16,000. And I won't go through everything, but I really do want to recognize some people that based on May 31st financials, we have Run for Jack at $7,000. I know we've got some more coming in. Every time you purchase an Amazon or you sell an Amazon, we get a little donation if you sign up for that. And we've received $600. So that's a lot. T-shirts, we've sold $800. And the rest underneath is all little things that we need to do just to be able to stay helping everybody and to be able to stay in business. So thank you, everybody, for helping us.
Thanks so much, Maureen. Okay. Ani, I think you're up to introduce Misha.
Yes, so it is my great honor to introduce you all to AMCSI's International Ambassador, Misha Walker.
Hi, everybody. How are you? I hope everyone is recovering from that lovely video that they played us with all AMCers from conference. I was crying. I was sobbing here in my room. Well, as you know, we have been doing the June awareness trips every June. And so far, until last year, we finished the awareness trip in October, and we had visited more than 400 families in 5 different countries, and we drove more than 28,000 miles. That's, to me, reaching everyone at home has become my life mission. And this year, when I realized that we wouldn't be able to go to Canada, my heart was totally broken, and I really wish we could have come and visit Canada, but I know things happen for a reason. I'm a true believer of that. So in the meantime, since we canceled the trip in, I think it was late April, we in May started working on this June awareness campaign, which has been amazing. Thanks to all the families that have come together from, let me check the number of countries, 13 different countries. 107 families have participated on this year's awareness campaign, 5 leading AMC specialists, and 47 AMCers and parents have joined the chat rooms, the AMC chat rooms. I don't know if you have seen those, but basically we invited different groups of AMCers from different ages to just share what it meant to live with arthrogryposis. Plus, we had 60 facts, 30 in Spanish and 30 in English, coming once a day, and hopefully in the next few years we can have many more languages coming into this campaign. And hopefully next year we can do Canada if COVID permits, but I can really not wait until, you know, I get to hug you all again, and, you know, we get to be a family in person and just enjoy having all the kids scooting, running, racing in, you know, scooters and wheelchairs. And my heart is just so warm after that video. I just want to take the car and go driving again. Thank you so much for being part of this family, and for welcoming my husband and I always in your homes. And hopefully we can reach many, many more countries in the years to come. We have realized that we can become full-time travelers, so stay tuned for the news. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Misha. We so appreciate all the work that you do. And this brings us to our next slide. Hopefully Anna is on. Yes, she is. Hey, Anna. How are you? So I had a question. The board of directors came together and had a nice conversation about all the AMC awareness work that you are doing. And so we would be honored if you would accept the position as our junior ambassador. Is that a yes? So the junior ambassador is actually going to be a formal position with AMCSI. Anna and her mom, Nana, will sign a formal contract with AMCSI, and she will have some duties similar to what Misha has. So we are really, really excited to have Anna on board. And I hope that you guys will take the time to go to her pages and learn about arthrogryposis and the work that she's doing for us.
Thank you so much.
Aw, you're welcome, and we're happy to have you.
Sweet. Oh, and guess what's really awesome?
Oh, what is really awesome?
So I have all my followers, and guess what my followers did?
What did they do?
They raised over $10,000 for AMCSI.
Wow! Yay! That's amazing! Congratulations! Thank you to all of Anna's supporters. We appreciate it so much. That is amazing, Anna.
I love it.
And we love you. So from those message boards, edit this out, Angie, I drooled on myself. you need a blooper reel. Where that came from. Blooper reel after Awareness Day. Okay, so take 3. Sorry, Anna. Old people problems. Okay. You guys are terrible. I was forbidden to take a sip from my drink because I have problems. Thank you guys. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Nana or Angie. We appreciate you all.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Alexis, I think you're up.
Yeah, sorry. Just Ani, Julian on yourself is funny. So hi, I'm going to introduce the grants and scholarships. And before I do, I want to share a quick story. Ani probably doesn't remember this, but I think it was around 10 years ago. We happened to be sitting at the same table for dinner at the Ronald McDonald House. And me, wanting to be social and knowing exactly one thing about her, asked her, so how's AMCSI? And I remember in that conversation, her getting so passionate about not only what it was going through at the time, which I don't even remember, but what she wanted for it, what she wanted to do with it in the future. And some of the grants and scholarships I am mentioning right now, she mentioned years and years ago as part of her vision for what we could do. And some of these are new to my short time with the board. So really what I'm talking about right now is a dream coming true. So Mo already mentioned we have allocated funds for grants and scholarships. We are actually entirely funded by our friends and family and Instagram followers apparently. And that is really rare for the 501c charity world. We would love to make these grants and scholarships even bigger with more funds. So here's where your money's going right now. Our college scholarship is available to people with arthrogryposis, entering or currently in college. It is about $500 a semester for 2 semesters per grant awarded. So if you are interested in this, go on our website and check it out. You have to maintain a B average while in college. Our adoption grant, something I'm really excited about that's happened in my time here. Our advisory committee for this had 2 adopting parents and an adoptee to make it a bit more well-rounded. And this fund is on a sliding scale depending on the need. It covers fees associated with the adoption process. Our mini meetup grant is next. It was a pre-COVID idea. It was supporting gatherings for food, non-alcoholic beverages, and for faculty rentals for people who wanted to get together who couldn't make it to conference. People in California especially like that. I'm from California, and conference doesn't make it to California for multiple reasons that Michelle enumerated, but we can support others meeting in different little locales that can't make it to conference. Our bereavement fund is actually one of our only funds that's available to non-members. Why is this? Sometimes you don't know what arthrogryposis is until your child's diagnosed and needs this fund. It covers up to $500, toward, we've awarded this too many times, $500 toward a memorial or funeral for a person with AMC who has passed away. Our research grant is one we're also excited about. For the college scholarship, you have to write an essay. For the research grant, we make our doctors, researchers, and scientists go through all of it. The project narrative, biosketch, budget plan, letter of intent, but we really do love to support their work. Lastly, and this is brand new, so still in its infantile stages, is our hardship grant. This came from the idea of, we know there are needs that come across our desk that aren't covered by all the other grants mentioned, and we assume there might be more during the pandemic. So what is this? It covers needs that are unique, that are the direct result of having AMC, that are the direct result of poverty or lack of means, and are a one-time purchase. Examples include a patient in a nursing home requiring a bariatric bed after their nurse confirmed all other avenues for local help were explored, or a family living with limited means that required a hotel for the night after complications from a surgery for their child with AMC that required an extra night near the hospital. Those are the kind of hardships the hardship grant would cover. I hope we can continue to provide these grants and more down the road as fundraisers allow for. I have watched these grants do good in the world, and I thank you so much for your support.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And we are the Fitzgeralds. We didn't know we wanted a big family until we wanted a big family.
Creating our family didn't come easy, but that didn't stop us.
Hi, I'm Anastasia.
Hi, I'm Danica.
Hi, I'm Callum.
In 2017, we entered the world of adoption.
Hi, I'm August.
We weren't expecting or planning to adopt again, but then we saw her. Carlotta is 4 years old, and she currently lives in China. She has arthrogryposis.
This is how we learned about AMC support. We have been incredibly blessed to receive a grant through AMC support to help with adoption fees. We have learned so much from this community already.
Carlotta would have been home with us in February of this year. Unfortunately, we've been significantly delayed due to COVID-19. We are unsure of when we will be able to travel to meet her, which is heartbreaking.
We look forward to her being home and helping her learn to love and getting her the medical care she desperately needs. We can't wait for the AMC support community to meet her too.
Thank you, Alexis, and thank you to our Fitzgerald family for sending us that testimony. So I just wanted to cover our event fundraising. So these are our annual events that happen every year. And we are so thankful for everyone that has donated, who has donated a silent auction item, that has become a member. But these fundraising events are so important to AMCSI. And unfortunately, because of COVID, a lot of these events were canceled or rescheduled. So these are the reporting numbers that we have so far for Valerie's AMC Music Festival. She is sending in $1,500 donations that she collected online from her friends and family. Dylan's Dash, Dylan's mom is part of our board, and this is an annual event that happens in Minnesota, and she has donated $10,000. One for Jack happens every year on the 1st of January, which is Jack's birthday, and so they donated $7,380. And last but not least, Rogers Run. They are having, because of COVID, they are having a virtual run which ends tomorrow at 3 p.m. So you are still able to participate in Rogers Run up until tomorrow. The link is on our Facebook page. It's Rogers Run for AMC. It's for the number .com. And yeah, so we thoroughly appreciate everybody that has participated. I know a number of our families signed up and sent us some pictures and videos of them participating in Rogers Run. So we're really, really grateful for Lisa and her family. I know they're probably on this call, but we're so grateful. They have been doing this for 10 years, 10 years. So happy 10 years to Roger, and we are so, so thankful for all of our event planners and all of the participants.
Hi, my name is Roger and I have AMC.
And I'm Lisa, I'm Roger's mom. 10 years ago, shortly before Roger was born, we found out that our little baby was going to be born with arthrogryposis. And it's a word we didn't even know. We didn't even know how to pronounce it. And our doctors really could tell us little to nothing about it. So we went on a search. We entered the word blessing and arthrogryposis, and we came across the AMC website that Ani started so many years ago, and it was in its infancy, but it had just enough information to give us something that the doctors couldn't give us, and that something was hope. We've come a long way since then, like most kids with AMC. Roger has the type called myoplasma, which affects 1 in 10,000 births. You can see he's just like typical 10-year-old and loves to do typical 10-year-old things. But we started Roger's Run for AMC when Roger was about a year old because we wanted to give back. We wanted to give back in some way, shape, or form for giving us that hope, for pointing us in the right direction, for just allowing us to be amongst so many others that had been down this road prior to us. And so we did. We started Rogers Run for AMC. It started as a 5K run and walk. It's grown over the years, and so far to date, I believe we have donated $90,000 to AMCSI so that Ani and the entire AMCSI crew can keep doing what they're doing. This year marks our 10th year running, so we've added some fun things into the run, and we're hoping that that includes at least another $10,000 so that we can get to the $100,000 mark. And so something that Roger and I want to share with you at the very end of our little video here is something that we keep in mind that we do every single day. What is it?
Never give up.
That's right. No matter what, we don't ever give up. Sometimes we got to take a break. Sometimes we got to take a time out, but we never give up and we just keep going. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
So Lisa did report that she has 292 participants this year. So she is hoping to reach the goal of 300 runners. There's a walk option. So please sign up at Rogers Run for AMC if you are interested. So next on the list is I need you. We all need you. AMCSI needs you. So there are volunteer opportunities that has presented themselves, and we would love to have you on board. So if you are interested or if you have a special talent, we would love to have you in the following areas. They're listed right in front of you. And of course, we're going to be growing in so many different ways. So as this happens, we will have different areas that will need assistance. But some of the immediate needs are definitely in finance and accounting, marketing, social media. If you have a knack for social media, we would love to have you on board. If somebody has some fundraising or grant writing experience, we would love to have you join us and help us in that area. And of course, a volunteer coordinator. And I've spoken to a few of our AMCSI members, and they are all excited about our regional and state reps. And we're hoping that we can get this off the ground within the next year, so that way we have a representative in each state under the direction of a regional director, so that way we can reach more families and hopefully host mini meetups in so many areas that may not be really close to our annual conference. So please email us, amcsibod@gmail.com if you're interested.
All right, everybody. So Tuesday, June 30th is AMC Awareness Day. So we hope that you join us in wearing blue on Tuesday, June 30th. Don't forget to post all of your pictures on social media and tag us at AMC Support, and use the hashtags AMC Awareness and hashtag blue for AMC.
Thanks, everyone. It's incredible to think about the community that we've built as an organization over many, many years of hard work. Ani, I think we're all so thankful for the vision that you had so many years ago and the hard work that you put into this. Ani mentioned the growth that we are anticipating to make as a 501c3 nonprofit. A few weeks ago, the board met and we talked about ways to grow. As you can all imagine, that looks pretty complex for a lot of people that have full-time jobs that are all sitting on a board trying to do their best. So we have been lucky enough to find a consultant to come in to help us grow from an organization that has no active fundraising that we are doing as a board, but instead we rely on people like you all that are listening to us right now to fundraise and allow each of us to do exactly what we do. The grants that we've mentioned, the work that we have done over the years, all of it is just possible because of you and the hard work that you've done. And the hope is that by bringing in a consultant, we will grow as an organization, we will be actively fundraising, and we will see tremendous growth as a board, as an organization. And I think what's unique is we're able to use this time of not having this in-person conference that takes up a lot of time, and we're able to focus that time and energy in bringing on a professional. So I'd like to introduce you all to that professional. We have Charles Weathers on the call, which is our hired consultant that will be working with us over the next year. Charles is going to share a little bit more about his work and what he brings to the table, and how he anticipates to help us grow.
Thank you, Joey. Good evening, everyone. How are you? I hope all is well. I have to tell you, the video earlier, Ani, that you showed, I was also emotionally moved. This has been phenomenal to participate in your board meeting. So thank you for allowing me to share in the updates and to get closer to what you're doing through AMCSI. My name is Charles Weathers. I'm in Columbia, South Carolina. I am a management consultant by trade, and I specialize in organization development, particularly in the nonprofit sector. I've been doing this work for close to 20 years now. So I'm excited to work with you as we look at different aspects and different domains of the work of AMCSI and help you strengthen your work and improve your performance. Let me share this with you. The work that you've done to date is just phenomenal. I mean, it's incredible. You are a case study in how to start doing work from the heart and doing it for the right reason and gathering and mobilizing folks to move forward for the greater good. I mean, I congratulate you on that. I simply want to come and help you harness everything together, pull it together, and again, look at everything from a strategic perspective, help you look at fundraising, governance, planning, and operations, so that when you look at the next 10 years for AMCSI, that you're intentional about your growth, managing your growth, and being strategic in your decision making. So I will be working with the board of directors over the course of the next 12 months, not just to develop plans, but to implement those plans to make sure that we continue to move in a positive, healthy direction and grow this organization continually and keep doing the great work that you do in the community. So I appreciate being part of the team. I appreciate the trust that you have in my team and myself, and we look forward to going to work for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charles. Jean, do we have any questions that we're going to answer at this time, or are we moving forward?
I have a few questions that are in the queue.
Great.
And just a couple of quick clarifying ones on some of the content that was submitted earlier. So someone specifically wanted to know, if you are already a 2020 member, is there a discount for becoming a member in 2021?
Yes, so there is a discount, and if you follow the link that was posted, you will see that there is a $5 discount, and it is good until July 5th.
Excellent. The next question, Misha, this one was for you. People were wondering if you were going to come to New York soon.
Well, I wish I could go to New York today, but actually the borders of my country are closed. So as soon as they open, we might be going sooner rather than later, if we can.
Thank you. Just a few more questions that came in. Some of the participants had heard a mention of chat rooms that are ongoing and how they can interact with AMCers online. So they were wondering if you could circle back or just remind them how they could find out about these chat rooms. Are they posted on the website, or are they taking place in other places like Facebook?
Is that for me? Is that question for me?
Well, it could be for both of you. So why don't we start with you, Misha, and then I'll go over to Ani.
Yeah, we started the chat rooms as a AMC awareness campaign. The idea was just to have them through the month of June, but they have worked so well that we are actually considering having them running through the year.
And Ani?
Yes, and so there's also additional chat rooms. There's one that's every Sunday on Zoom that is hosted by the UK arthrogryposis group, which is a lot of fun. I participated in one this morning, and there are several other chat groups that happen on Facebook. I think there's one in particular in the moms group, and I believe there might even be an AMC chat Facebook group still open, but I don't know if they're active right now. So Beth could probably send a chat with that information.
Okay, great. We'll get that out to everyone. There was also a question about representatives from various states. So there might be some confusion about how the BOD is structured and if you have reps in each state. So the person wanted to know if there's a California representative.
Not at this time. So this is in the beginning stages, another one of my crazy dreams. So hopefully soon we will have, so there are 9 regions that we have separated all the states in. And so the regional director will take one region. They must live in that region, obviously. And then within that region, they will have state representatives. And so hopefully soon, I would say by the end of the year, I have hopefully enough interest from our families, and we'll get that off the ground.
All right, excellent. And I just had one feedback statement that came in. I don't think we have time to address it now, but I wanted to be sure to voice the thought. And one of the attendees was interested if AMCSI is going to help those with AMC help find jobs. So if that could be another avenue of support that the group work on. So just sharing that thought and the request with the board.
Great. Yeah, I think that's great, and something certainly we can add to the next board meeting. Jean, is this you?
Actually,
no, that's me.
That's
me. So I don't know if you guys heard the conference is canceled. I'm sure you're all just as disappointed as myself and my fellow loons are, but we do have some rather exciting news. Not like being there, you know, face to face, getting hugs and kisses and love and everything else. But we have come up with a way for people to be able to interact during this week of conference. We're calling it a virtual mini conference. It'll be online. There will be live videos, I think, some live videos, some previously recorded videos. Oh, Jean, don't get excited. There will be a link in the chat that Jean will put up in the chat. There will be a super fun event on Friday night because people love when we do our little dance parties. We are going to do a virtual dance party. It's going to be awesome. Jean will post all that information in the chat so you can log on whenever you want. Dr. Von Bos is already dancing. This way you can log on when you want to, see what you want to see, and then come hang with us on Friday night for an hour and party with the crew. Thank you. We'll see you online.
okay. I think I get to step in here. Is everybody ready for me to do this? I was a little excited. So for those of you who are still with us, we've got over 80 people that are on live, and you may have friends and family with you. I want to see some messages come into that chat if you are ready for probably what might be the most anticipated announcement during today's meeting. If you can't tell, I'm really excited. I can't wait to do this. All right, I'm seeing some messages. Oh, some of you are born ready. Some of you are ready to bring it. Some of you are noticing that this is what you've been waiting for all week. All right, so here I go. Yeah, Dismal, Tennessee. Come on, this is a long-standing tradition. We don't make it easy for anyone. Any guesses? Any thoughts? I want to see some of that come into the chat window. And let's see if you guys have some guesses. If it's not Dismal, Tennessee, where do you think we might be going next year? I'm saying Texas, Kentucky, somewhere in the Northwest, New York, Peru. All right, those are some fun guesses. Let's see. Not Boogertown, North Carolina. No, no, no. Ew is right, but I'm seeing more guesses. Hawaii, Canada, New Mexico. Ooh, all right, let's move on. Let's see. Oh, wait, we have something special. Ani, did you want to help me with this and help tell our friends what our special giveaway is?
Yes, so So we had a generous donation come into AMCSI. Normally, if you join us at conference, you will see us raffle off several different prizes. So this is special for our meeting. And so tonight we are not raffling, but we will randomly select a winner, and you will be winning an Xbox. Yay!
All right, so we have reached our hands into the virtual box of names, and we are going to pull a name out. And when you see or hear your name, you need to respond into the chat window so that we know that you're here in order to confirm you were present to win. And if you don't respond, we'll reach back into that chat box and pull out another name. And the winner is, I don't have any drum roll effects for this one, Matthew Cavadon. So Matthew, if you are online, please type something into the chat window right now. If anybody knows that Matt is not there or he's with you, you can go ahead and type that in. Again, Matt, if you are on the line.
Not you,
well,
Matt.
not you. There's other Matts on. We're talking about Matthew Cavadon. So I'm looking, and I don't see him in the chat list. He's not in an attendee, so I'm going to pull a new name. Is everybody okay with that, since I don't see him in there? Okay, so I'm going to pull a new name. Here we go, the magic of technology. All right, so I've reached my hand in. We've got another name, and the winner is Laura. Oops, went too fast. So Laura Rasmussen. Laura, if you are online, I think I'm here. So Laura, if you are there, hurry and type a message into the chat room. We will coordinate on how to get your prize out there. You're here! Woohoo! Yeah!
Congratulations!
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing along. We appreciate you joining us. So everybody all right with me going back to the show now that we've awarded that fabulous prize? And Laura, you are so welcome. All right, I'm going to get back to the show. No, it's not going to be in Looneyville, Texas. And for those of you who are asking if these are real places, yes, we find real places that are inspiring when we think about where we might go. I see some other suggestions like Boring, Oregon. Yes, that's sort of exactly what we do when doing our research here. All right, so it's clearly not Looneyville, Texas. I think you all know the next name that's about to pop up. Come on, everybody play along. Where could conference be? I want to hear you or see you type it into that chat. One big group response. Come on. Oh, I'm starting to see those messages come in. Oh, it's not going to be. No. All right. But for real, we want to see more messages. If you haven't realized, I relish in this job of dragging it out because you all have been a fabulous audience, chatting and asking questions and staying engaged and commenting. You've been online with us for over an hour, and I want to see those messages come in. This is the last little bit of fun we have. I'm seeing things like Nashville, New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, Milwaukee, Denver, California, Massachusetts, Buffalo. Those are all a big, wide range of guesses. We were releasing some hints this week. So those of you that follow AMCSI on social media should have seen 5 clues that obviously gave it away where we'll be going next year. All right, I'm seeing guesses. California, Louisiana, Missouri, South Carolina. All right, we'll move on. Got it. We're doing it. Here we go. Wait. I don't know what happened. Can you guys still hear me? I feel like there was a technical issue. Can everybody still hear me? Oh my gosh, wait, I think I may have lost my connection here. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Yes? Yes? Okay, you hear me? Oh, I see like 9 exclamation points. I think you guys are ready. All right, all right. And so now, oh, wait a minute, Ani. I think you have a special envelope in front of you, don't you?
What? Do I?
You do.
Is this it? Hold on, let me check. Oh, look at this. I got a letter from the governor of South Carolina. This is pretty cool. He proclaimed AMC Awareness Day for 2020, which is so cool. But I don't think that's the envelope.
No.
This is it. It says, open first, number 1. Okay, you guys. I have a feeling this is going to be like a glitter bomb or something. This is from Balloons, I think, or, okay. So it's a card and it says, don't be afraid to dream big. And there's a letter, and I assume I have to read it. It says, a message to my AMC family from Robert Mockridge. Hello, my AMC family. I am so sad that I will not get to see you all this summer. My family truly looks forward to a week together with you all. We love being able to volunteer and help in any way we can. It's nice to be able to do something positive in memory of our daughter, Olivia, that passed in 2016. Thank you for allowing us to stay a part of the AMC family as she brought you all into our lives for a reason. Your friendship and compassion through the years mean the world to us. The day I got the call from Michelle saying that conference was canceled was a very hard day for me and my family. From that day on, we've been thinking about how to bring a little sunshine into our lives of those we love with AMC. Then it came to me the perfect idea. In order to put on conference every year, lots of stuff has to make it from point A to point B. This can be a very stressful endeavor. Last year, Ani had to take not 1 but 3 vehicles packed to the roof. While we all appreciate her creativity in finding a solution, there is a much easier way. So while we can't be together this summer, this will ensure next summer is just a tiny bit less stressful. So Ani, your wish is our command. On behalf of the entire Mockridge family, in memory of Olivia, we would like you to open envelope number 2, which is number 2. You guys love to make me cry in public in front of 100 people. So here's number 2. Okay. And I guess I should read this first. Now, we would like to present you with this check for $2,000. Now go get your AMCSI. Now go get AMCSI a trailer. Let's hit the road and get to conference 2021 in style. Oh, thank you, Mockridge family. Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. Making me cry.
All right. So, Ani, thank you. And thank you to everyone who helped make that a reality. I can tell you as a loon, that is an incredible endeavor every year to take supplies from places all over the country and try to get them safely to the location of the conference. So thank you. And no, 2021 is not going to be in the trailer. Thanks for those of you that have a sense of humor. But again, AMCSI can't do it without your support. So we really thank everybody, and particularly the Mockridge family, for stepping up and helping. So now, as a special treat for you all, seriously, the big reveal. We're gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia, June 30th to July 3rd, 2021. And I'm seeing lots of excitement, and people are very excited to be out there. Goosebumps, they love Georgia. They can't wait to get into Atlanta and have Atlanta see all of our AMCers. So that's awesome. So I want to turn it back over to Ani. Any final thoughts?
Thank you everyone for being here and participating in our virtual BOD meeting and conference announcement. Thank you to my team. You guys are amazing. I love each and every one of you. Thank you to our AMC families. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you for all you do. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'll see you all in Atlanta next year with my new trailer.
All right. Joey, any final thoughts before we close things out today?
No, every time I click, it always goes to the next. Sorry, everyone. No, I just want to again thank everyone for coming out, for this song that is beautiful. That violin intro is great. We will see everyone in a year, and it's going to be great. Bye, everyone. Y'all stay safe.
All right, thank you all so much. So that'll be the formal conclusion for today's broadcast. We want to thank you all for joining us. Remember, the session was recorded, so if somebody missed it, they'll be able to play it back real soon. And with that, we hope that we see you online for the virtual mini conference this week. Good night.